recording. All right. So, good morning and welcome everyone. We are here just to understand and learn in deep about SAP FICO, current official batch that we are going to call it as 2602 FICO batch. Okay. This is going to be happen on Monday to Friday batch in the morning 8 o'clock in the IST time. We'll have an average 1 hour of time for these classes. Okay. So maybe approx 1 hour here and there. It will continue for a few more minutes depending on the topic that we are discussing. Just prepare accordingly. It may not take too long sessions just to make sure we align with what we have already committed. Okay. So that you can plan your day better in case somebody who is rushing to the office or you have some other personal stuff, you'll be able to balance it within 1 hour. Okay. That's a common simple basic thing that I want all of you to be aware about it so that it will become easy for you to manage it better. Okay, that's the one thing I just wanted to let you. Okay, all right. Now, to make this classes in more interactive, I want all of you to be more interactive. Don't be just quiet and be listeners. That's okay if you guys wanted to share something as and when we ask for it. Feel free to share your experience and the knowledge, and there are certain information which I might wanted to know about the overall participants. That would be great if you guys can keep sharing your experience and knowledge. Okay. Now, with that intent, I just wanted to know from this batch or the all the participants that we have now, what is your understanding about SAP or FICO that you wanted to learn as of now? What do you think? What do you mean by what is your understanding so far that you have about the course? Anybody that wanted to share your understanding? What is FICO? Any idea what exactly SAP is all about? What is FICO all about? That's okay. You guys can share your understanding or experience, whatever you think. There's nothing to worry whether if it goes wrong. That is okay. It is perfectly fine to share your understanding so that I'll see what is your understanding first of all. Nobody want to share your understanding?
Hi, my name is Pradeep. Am I audible?
Yeah, Pradeep, go on, please.
So I think I've given my name as OnePlus. I'm not sure I got a
Don't
chance
mind.
to
I'll
assist
do that.
from
I'll do
here.
that. I'll do that. I did it. Go on.
Oh,
Pradeep, would you like to share your uh, understanding about SAP FICO or just to say your name, you just unmuted?
yes, yes. Hi everyone, the trainer. My name is Pradeep, as I said.
Hmm.
Thanks for this opportunity, and I started my journey SAP a couple of years ago, and my total of years experience is 11 years as of today.
Hmm.
So when it comes to SAP FICO, I believe SAP FICO by just namesake looks it's so small, but it has its own vast depth in each own module. Even though you took training from couple of trainers and you did some practice and all, it is really hard to crack the job these days. They are expecting the practical questions from the interviews perspective from different angles. In FICO, one is the financial finance, and the other one is the controlling. Finance helps us to report the data to the external parties, and CO holds for the management reporting data, uh, internal reporting purposes. In SAP S/4HANA, both are coming to the integrated, and there is no separate reconciliations can happen with AC, DOCA, and everything. And I've kind of doing my roles in SAP FICO mostly on the GL part as of today, which was a GL part and the interfaces part, which is quite easy for me. And I am expecting few more modules come to me for my learning purposes and in my job role purposes. So I want to be equip myself to learn from other modules like ICMR or RAR or say some asset accounting or from basic CVO point of view and these stuffs. That's why I am trying to learn some best people in the market. So this is the basic about me of SIP FICO from my side.
Great,
Thanks.
great. Thank you so much, Pradeep, for sharing your experience. If I'm not wrong, are you a qualified chartered accountant by profession?
I don't know my if I sound very obvious. Yes.
No problem, because I'm just calling out that is information from the registration info that I got it. Nothing to worry. So
Okay,
great,
fine.
great to see that. Great to see people like you. So no doubt, I'll tell you, right? So see, in my sessions, whatever I have it, I'll bring those students in upcoming sessions, not to exaggerate my training sessions. Even before I complete my complete batch, people are getting offer letters. Okay. It is not just to focus on completing the course, but it's more about make you industry ready consultants. That's my major focus. If it is going to take a little extra time, I'm okay to spend with all of you. Okay. Don't worry on that front. Trust assured. That's what I can tell you. Okay. The majority people, like you mentioned, people might have spent a lot of money with multiple trainers. And again, they feel like they are not able to crack the interview. That shouldn't happen here with me. Unless you are not a regular student. I mean, if you attend regular classes, you don't see that challenge for everybody. I'm not pointing out one person. So generally, that's what happens with majority of the institutes. They focus more on like a time. I focus more on a content. I don't care about if it extends than what I committed, but I'll try to restrict within the timeline. But I'm going to cover the content in three different styles. So that's what I about to talk. Before that, I just wanted to know about the people experience and the knowledge what they have attended. As I have seen already, some of the people who already learned it elsewhere, there are some people who are already working as a consultants here. You guys might know that already. Let's understand that from my point of view how our training supposed to be, what I'm going to cover as well, right? So let me quickly start introducing who we are first of all, then what my specialization here to bring all this experience. Okay, my name is Natsima Reddy, and I've been with the corporates for last 17 to 18 years. So I started working with the top MNCs like Infosys, IBM, GSKs, and I come with a rich experience in finance and accounting background and also with the technology. I have qualified a CMA, and also I have done all these multiple certifications in IT as well, where I have already delivered multiple batches of SAP FICO, and we also have from our banner the multiple other SAP modules that we are covering up that we can share and talk about it later more. But we'll see. We have delivered multiple batches. Each batch, whoever has enrolled with me, I never seen a single person who expressed either directly or indirectly they are not happy because of they enrolled here first thing. People, does everybody got a job once they enrolled here? Not at all. Because I have seen irregular students here as well because of their family commitments or a personal challenges or the professional commitments that they have. Too many things. Maybe reasons are different, so people are not able to continue. But they approached me for a different arrangements where I help them to continue their learning journey, those who are genuinely interested. Those who are not continuing regular classes, the results may vary. So that all of you should agree that, right? So with that, so let's say that what I started with that, we have so far 650 plus members of community, which means this community has a people who completed a course from us majoritarily, and also the students who are across the globe who are working in SAP roles, various modules, FICO, SD, MM, ABAP, TRM. There are multiple modules. We'll talk about it later in upcoming session. In this network, you see the people who love the content that we are sharing it every day. We are sharing in the SAP Learning Hub. I don't know how many of you are there in that. If you guys are there, maybe you can type in that you are there in that? Yes, in a chart that you are already following SAP Learning Hub. So where you see earlier I used to post every day one interview question. These are from either from particularly the exams, which means SAP certification exams, or directly from the interview panels where students has faced them. Those questions I used to circulate in that group in this SAP Learning Hub forum along with the answers, where people appreciate that. Answer is not like yes or no answers here. It will be like a detailed answer for you to gain the confidence about that topic. That level I just go at. Somebody who just wanted to understand what kind of questions I shared, how it is, you are always welcome to go back to my YouTube channel, which is a KNR Ignite Solutions channel, and go to posts where you can find all that content, what I have already delivered. Okay, if you guys check that later, maybe you can offline check that, which you will understand it better. Okay, so where I have shared the questions along with the answers, I try to bring everything into something like a video formats, but as due to my limited time, I'm not able to bring all that. That's where I started building a small community where people can do that activities. If you see this, I have very small number of followers at this moment. If you go to posts section under KNR Ignite Solution channel, you will find all the interview questions related. Maybe down the line you see question has been given and the next day you will find an answer. So for example, if you want to understand what exactly this particular one, you can see an answer the next day here. Okay. So you can expect all this stuff here. Detailed answers you will see either in case you wanted to attend for an interview or preparing for something else. This is going to be here. Okay. I have prepared these questions and also circulated this question and answer guide where I have got a feedback from the people who have seen this guide. They said 10 out of, sorry, maybe 8 out of 10 questions already been asked in the interviews from this guide. I have around 90 questions which I prepared from multiple interviews particularly. It is not a random questions. All these questions are from your interviews only. If you go back to my shorts where you can see all the questions has been also framed here, the bunch of 10 questions and all the questions I have composed it here. Maybe later you can check all these things, which will, those who are working consultants who are preparing for interview, who has given an interviews at least, you will be able to understand what exactly it is. Okay, I can share all these links later, but yeah. So there are students I have never seen, they regret for enrolling with us. That's the one thing that I can proudly tell you that. Okay. So this is a quick history about what we have delivered so far. And you can see many more things in upcoming days from us with respect to SAP journeys. Okay. Now let me tell you our approach, how we are going to take the classes going forward. So I don't believe on taking it just a demo class, 1 or 2 demo classes and continue, because demo classes may sound very nice and it is difficult for anybody to take a decision immediately after 1 or 2 sessions. So for that reason, what I would say, from today, we are on a 16th of February. This week, we will have 3 classes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And next week, again, you will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Only for this week and next week. Close to, you will have 6 classes, which you can attend without paying anything. I don't ask you until 25th to pay anything. Those who are genuinely interested, wanted to grab any offers that we have it, I would recommend you to prepare yourself to make a payment before 1st of March to enjoy the discounts or the benefits that I'm going to give it. Otherwise, you can still pay after 1st March, which means after 28th February, from 1st March onwards with a different pricing. Pricing may vary, but rest everything will remain the same. So that's what I just wanted to let you all know. Those who wanted to grab the best offer, you can go for that, pay in advance after 6 classes. I don't want you to pay right now, but you can take a decision by attending regularly all 6 classes. That will give you the clarity what exactly you're supposed to do it. Is it really worth for you to continue or not? You can easily decide after 6 classes. I don't take any single demo. Class 1, including today, will continue learning the SAP content, what you're supposed to learn. From today until next 6 days, we'll continue the topics, our regular topics. 7th day, we will continue from the seventh topic. That's it. Somebody who joined for the first time from the seventh day, unfortunately, you have to refer back the recorded sessions. I cannot repeat those sessions, irrespective whether you are coming for the first time or whatever. But as the speed we go, you will be able to catch up even after 10 days or 50 days if you join, because it's just 1 hour every day that we are spending. If you spend 2 to 3 days in a row, you will be able to cover all the topics that has been covered earlier. If you are joining after 1 month, I would recommend you to discuss with me one-on-one whether it is a good to continue in that batch or not. That's a one suggestion I can tell you after discussing. Still, if somebody has any questions, maybe after today's session, should I be the right person, or is this the right time for me to start my journey, depending on your experience or depending on your academic background? Any questions that you have it, feel free to shoot out those questions maybe towards the end of the session. Or if you feel that you need a one-on-one suggestion, I'm open to give that career guidance as well at free of cost for our students. Okay, don't hesitate to ask me for a help. I can do that. You might already received my contact details when you registered for this and on email. Okay, where you can contact in case you need. Always, I'll share my contact details later so that we can connect and discuss one-on-one as well about all your career journey. Okay, now let's understand. That's a quick about how and what you're supposed to know how to start your journey, and you will have a sufficient time to decide. And it is not just a demo class you just attend today and decide tomorrow. Okay, that's what I believe. And I would request all of you to enjoy these 6 days of sessions from today until next Thursday, and you decide later. And even after that, in case you have a different thoughts and different discussion that you wanted to have it, feel free to connect with me. I can clarify all your doubts. Then you can continue with your journey. Okay. Now, whenever we talk about SAP FICO, what are we supposed to know? What should be the approach? What you supposed to learn? What I'm going to teach you? That's most important thing for all of you to know about it. Now, like already Pradeep mentioned, people have spent too much of time and money to learn this from different trainers. Even after that, we are not able to crack the interview. Put a question mark yourself. Why? Why you are not able to do it? Then what is the point that we enrolled with multiple trainers? Because there is something lacking there. What is lacking? The practical knowledge is lacking. What is practical knowledge again? Why they are not giving it? We don't know. That depending on trainer to trainer, how much experience they carry, we don't know. How many institutes are really employing working consultants to teach? They don't get it, right? Working consultants, it's highly difficult for them to spend their time to teach it. And if at all they wanted to teach, they might charge more, where institutes may not be in a position to afford it. So they will go for a different practice now. That depends on institute to institute. I don't want to comment anything, but you need to find a right person who can share what you need first of all. That you do the research. Now let's think about it. What do we need to become a consultant? First thing, you should understand what is SAP FICO. As we are learning about FICO course, if somebody is here for some other module, please do let me know. I can help you how to continue your journey, particularly those who are here for SAP FICO. We are going to continue for FICO classes in this batch of 8 a.m. Monday to Friday. Okay, just to clarify. First, you should be aware about what is FICO concepts, how exactly business is using this ERP system. I don't want to call this piece as a software. So because it's just a big system of ERP system, or if you want to call as software, still that is okay. How business is utilizing this particular system, the ERP system. That we should have an idea why they want to use, how they are using. If you understand from business point of view, it will become easy for you to start supporting them what they are expecting. If you don't understand from business point of view first, it is very difficult for you to understand what is that, how to manage it. Okay. For that reason, what we need to know is, first we need to gain a deep understanding about what exactly this one, your SAP FICO is, what they are working. How do you get this knowledge? Somebody has to share you, right? So in our classes, which I'm going to start discussing about all the business process, starting from the scratch, what exactly business is doing it, we need to understand this first. If you think about it, let's start with your general ledger accounting. In any organization, if you see that financial accounting is one of the department, accounting department or a finance department we hear about. Maybe let me ask you guys a simple question, whatever you see in our day in and day out. Let's say, think about any company, okay, that is running their business. You take it any department for that matter. Otherwise, let's say, let's take one manufacturing company, manufacturing of, let's say, bikes maybe. Okay, if you are somebody who is in manufacturing of bikes, let me know what are the departments you will see under manufacturing department, sorry, manufacturing of bikes company. Maybe you name it any company, right? Whether you want to name your favorite company names here, you just put it, whether it is a Honda or it's a Suzuki or whether it's a Royal Enfield or it can be any company. So let me know what is your understanding about what are the departments you can expect in this company. I need your valuable inputs here. What departments do you see here? Anybody? Do we see any departments here, first of all? Or nobody will work on this company? What do you think? Will there be any people, first of all, working in this company? That's okay. You guys can unmute. Don't worry. You can unmute and say, what is your understanding? What departments do you think? What kind of, uh, what do you call? We call departments, right? Anything, any different name that we can call it?
Hi, Nasima. This is
Yeah.
Mohan. Yeah, we have multiple departments wherever you go, any manufacturing. So, say example, procurement, sales, finance.
Okay, procurement, sales, finance. Okay, what else?
Finance, marketing.
The production, marketing.
Production. Please go on, go on. That's okay. Yeah. Have more departments. Let's see that. How many we know that?
HR.
HR. Very good. ICP to P, R2R. People are charting. Yeah, good. Go on. Okay, we'll talk about P2P, R2R. Yes.
Yeah.
P2P, R2R. What else? Any other departments that we see?
It comes under finance umbrella, right? P2P, Alto, and all.
Yes, yes. That's about to categorize later. Anyway, so I see some charting as well. Let me quickly refer O2C, SD, warehouse. Yeah, we see a lot many departments. These are just a few names that I am putting it, right? So why I want to understand, if you understand the core business in anything the business is doing, then it will become easy for you to manage any ERP system. If you are learning any ERP system, whether it is a particular module or anything that you want to do it, I would say first, you need to understand or gain deep knowledge about what exactly something that you are doing, right? What exactly business is doing it. Only when you know that, then it will help you whenever you are doing any configuration or anything for that matter, how to do it, why you need to do it. If there is any issue comes in, how to fix it, all these things we are going to look into it. For that reason, let's see. I'll just show you something else. What you need to understand here is any department that you are calling, this is how it looks like. Any department that you say financial accounting. Why do we need a financial accounting? Anybody just wanted to share your understanding what financial accounting department will do in any organization? Maybe one liner
To
answer.
understand the financial position of the business and for statutory reporting and for internal management purpose as well. So where we
Perfect.
are.
Perfect. So particularly to know the financial health of an organization, to see where they are exactly standing as on today, or the moment that you prepare as on that date, how is the position of that company in the market, right? Which means any external financial reporting requirement will be taken care by your financial accounting department. Okay. And there is something called left side. If you see this, there is something called a controlling market. What do you mean by controlling? The controlling is something, hope you guys can see the screen, right? What I'm sharing, the departments, financial accounting.
Yes, we
Okay,
can
great.
see.
Okay. So if you see the controlling is another, in SAP, if you wanted to understand, this is a module, but in a department, there is something called management accounting. Maybe how many of you heard about FP&A, financial planning and analysis? Maybe you guys can raise your hands, or you can say, unmute and say, so that I'll understand. Anyone? Financial planning and analysis. All right. So financial planning and analysis, yeah, good to see that. So here, particularly anything that related to the management accounting, which you call it as internal accounting, internal reporting. Financial accounting always deals with your external financial reporting requirement. Controlling deals with only internal reporting. What is internal reporting? You need to understand, let's say, in financial accounting, what we do, you will have raw material that you purchase, which means you deal with your vendors and you account all the vendor related transactions, and you also make a payment to the vendors. Then what you do, then you will also take care many other reportings with a vendor related, including banking and payment related. There are a lot of stuff that we will talk in upcoming session. Other side, in the same thing in financial accounting, they will also finally prepare your profit and loss account, balance sheet, and all this stuff. This will help to understand a company's financial position, which is publicly available information. If you go to any company's website, which is publicly listed, you can find their financial reportings in their website. You can read them. Literally, you can see how much profit they made, how much assets they have. All that information is publicly available. There is something which is other side of the coin that nobody will get to see publicly. That is internal management accounting or internal reports. What is internal reports? Let's say we are talking about some bike manufacturing. Let's say Royal Enfield or a Harley Davidson. They are manufacturing bikes, and if they wanted to understand how much profit that I'm making from XYZ variant. Let's say Royal Enfield, the basic version, mid variant, and the top variant, whatever they have it, how much profit are we making? How much cost it is taking for me to manufacture that product until I sell to the customer. On top of that, whatever you wanted to earn as a profit, you need to add as a margin. Let's say to manufacture a bike, it is costing you 2,55,000 rupees. And do you really sell it for 2,55,000 as it is? Or do we add anything more to that? How do you prefer? Whenever we wanted to sell anything to the customers, it costed me around 2,55,000 to manufacture this bike. Should I sell it to the same 2,55,000 or should I focus something else?
We need to add the markup.
Obviously, there will be some margin that we will add it. Only then you will be do that. This margin, whatever we are calling, nobody will let you know how much margin they are adding it. How much it costed for them to manufacture the product, nobody will disclose it. People can tell you what and all parts has been used, what raw materials has been used, what is the warranty, guarantee, who is the manufacturer of that original, each and every part. You can get that information maybe, but you cannot get how much they procure, how much they were able to pay for that raw material, and how much it costed them to manufacture entire bike. That is their internal secret, right? So for management, they wanted to understand which product is costing how much for them to manufacture, how much profit I can make from that product, they will decide. That information, if management wanted to know and they wanted to take a further decisions to manufacture, can I manufacture next year more bikes of particular model? Or should I stop manufacturing particular model? How do they decide? Depending on the demand that they have it. How do they get to know all this demand, cost, everything? That with the help of internal reporting. That internal reporting is something that we prepare, that is prepared by your management accountants. Literally, in case you wanted to see the by profession, these are like a cost management accountants. Maybe in India, we call it as a now CMA. Earlier, we used to call it as ICWA. Right? Now, if you see that ICWA or CMA now, these are the expert people who analyze this data, whatever is already there in financial accounting, and convert that into valuable insights for a management to take a decision. Now in SAP, what we do, if I want to prepare any external financial reporting, I'll use financial accounting module, that is F5. Whenever I want to prepare this internal reportings, your profitability analysis, or you call it as a product cost, how much it has costed for me to manufacture this X product, how much profit that I'm making from this location, let's say Bangalore location, or from Bangalore location, I have a different showrooms. From each showroom, how much profit I'm making. From Hyderabad, I have multiple showrooms. How much profit I'm making from each and every showroom. I wanted to compare and see the progress card for all the stores. Or I wanted to know one variant to other variant across the country, how much sales it is happening, which bike is selling more, which bike is selling very less, from which bike I'm making more profit, from which bike I'm not at all making a profit. All this information can be produced with the help of controlling module in SAP. Now, if you see FI and CO, these two are independent modules, I would say, or two separate modules. We generally call it as FI CO because both are more or less is based on your finance completely, majority. Any information that we have in a finance that is required for you to prepare your management accounting reports. That is a controlling module. In case we wanted to learn both the modules, what happens? We need to spend good amount of time to understand the, so that we can work as FICO consultant. It need minimum 9 to 10 months. The way that we teach, that way we go deep about it. In case you wanted to know at a very high level, then you don't need this 9 to 10 months of time. You can learn in 1 month, but you cannot work as a consultant, but you will have an idea. Those who wanted to gain that high level knowledge from all the modules, I wanted to manage a team because I already carry good amount of experience in my corporate. I just wanted to manage a team. For that reason, I wanted to learn. Then you can learn both the modules in short period. But somebody who is aiming to become a consultant, I would recommend you to go with any one module first. Then you can always add multiple modules slowly. That's a good approach always. If you wanted to learn both the modules, it literally takes long time and you might skip that interest slowly, or you might not feel so interesting because it is taking so long. There is no motivation for you until you complete it. For that reason, to motivate yourself, what I would say is first complete any of your choice of module. Let's say F5. Complete F5 first. You get a job, you work as a consultant first. After 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months, start learning another module of your choice, maybe CO or SD, MM, or anything that you wanted to learn. Then it will be very easy for you to catch up and you can easily understand the another module later point of view. Initially, it might feel very difficult, but later it is a very easy for you to see that. Okay. Now, it will also motivate you because you are already enjoying in one module. Now you know the worth of it. Then you can easily decide whether it is a worth for me to invest on another module, time and money both. Okay. These are the two core modules that we are talking about, right? Finance and controlling, financial accounting and controlling. Now we've spoken about other departments in an organization. If you see that other departments, so what do you see? Other organizations, I mean, other departments in this is, so let's see that. So other departments that we have is like your sales department. What is sales department will do generally? Sales and distribution. This team is responsible, this department is responsible to make a sales, right? And earn some money to the company. Whenever they wanted to manage all the sales, they need to deal with many things, right? So now let's say that, give me a second. Let me reshare my screen. Let me bring everything into one place so that you guys can compare easily. I'm just trying to bring back to our Excel. So let's say you have multiple departments. Now there is something called a sales and distribution department. Sales and distribution in SAP, we call that as a SD module. Each department, whatever we see here in a business, you can call that as a one module. One department equals to one module in SAP. That's how we can easily identify it. Now, sales and distribution is deal with sell your products and make a revenue, which means collect the money for the company, whatever they have sold it. They deal with customers and the product sale. This is the only thing. And also, of course, they'll have a credit management and all other stuff under their wing. Then there is a material management other side. What is material management? So if you see this procurement, something is called a procurement. The procurement will deal with purchasing the requirement, purchasing any material requirement that they have from all the departments, all these departments, whatever you see, from everybody, one or the other requirement should be there. That requirement will be fulfilled by your procurement team. Procurement team will consolidate all the requirements from all the departments, and they will have a set of vendors where they have already negotiated the contract terms at what price to purchase. They will have a best price already negotiated. You guys also might have seen that whenever you are going for any on-site or whenever you go for a knowledge transfer sessions, KT sessions, or if those who already traveled to one location to other location, you might have seen, or whenever you are placing an order for some stationery or any material in your organization, you might be instructed already, you need to order from this list of vendors only. That's the first choice. If you need some material, first go and check. Check with what? Check with only these vendors first. If the material is available with them, you need to place an order with only with that vendors. If you see that that product is not available with that vendors, you can go ahead with other external sources. This is like already pre-negotiated prices. Everything is already there. You can go with that. What procurement team will do? They will gather all the information from all the departments, and they will have a connections with the vendors. If you want to purchase something, they already have a vendor. You just approach them, they will tell you which vendor to use, right? They will take care all the material management. They manage all the materials from the time they procure until you need in any department for a manufacturing or for regular consumption, whatever it can be the need for them. So depending on that, they will organize all the products, whatever you need. Any raw material that you need, you approach procurement, they will take care. That is your material management team. And the other side, you will also see production planning, which is going to take care all the production related. Any manufacturing company you see, you will have a production planning as well. If it is a service-oriented company, like a BPO, or let's consider a hospitality, like maybe some tourism, or it can be hospitals or something like that. They may not have a production. Maybe they don't need anything to manufacture a product, right? But there are other companies, if you look into it, like if it is like a wholesale department, wholesale market, like if you think about wholesale business, like a Walmart, Star Bazaar, they no need to produce something directly, right? Maybe they are more into like they purchase material, they pack it and sell it, right? Or they directly get ready-made packets, they order it, they get it and they sell it. They no need to have this production department, depending on their decision anyway. If they want to have for a small thing, they can have it, but majoritarily you don't see that. But you can see for example, manufacturing of bikes, it's a mandatory. Production planning is mandatory for that. They will have all the planning. They need some material, they order from material management, which means they order from procurement team, they get it. Once they manufacture, they will send it to the warehouse, which will store in a warehouse. And before you send to the warehouse, there is something called a quality inspection happens that will be done by your quality management team. Quality management team will do the quality inspection of the product. Now that products, once it is quality check is passed, whenever you see any product, some electronics and other products, you might have seen a small circle with QC, and also you see QC passed, right? They will put a small sticker QC passed. You guys might have seen this in many products, right? QC passed. Once QC passed, then it will be packed and kept it in a warehouse. Then your sales and distribution department, they keep on getting calls from the customers stating, hey, I need this product. We need this product, this many quantity to be delivered to this location by so and so date. This requirement, they gather it. So then they will take care of the rest to pack them, to ship them, everything they will take care. That is your sales and distribution department. In SAP, you call that as sales and distribution department. Okay, so sorry, it's a sales and distribution module. Okay. Similarly, what you will see to manage all this, in each and every department, we have a people. We also use machinery. We also have a money which will be used across the departments. If you go to financial accounting, or a finance department has some employees. They also use some machineries. What machinery finance department can use? They might be using laptops, desktops, printers, scanners, many other things. They might need minimum. Similarly, if I go to material management, which is like your MM, they also deal with all the materials. They also need some tools and devices to manage all the materials. If I go to production, which is one of the biggest place where you will see all the big plants, you need to have those plants, machines to manufacture, to handle all this stuff. Now, in quality management also, they will use certain tools and the machines that they require, to scanners and all this stuff to manage it. There might be many other quality related machines that they deployed. Now, if you see across all the departments, whatever the departments we have it, there are a few common things that you see it. You see men, that is a people who is working on it. Okay, I'm not talking about in gender here. Men, it's a people who is working on across the departments. And also we have machinery. Okay, and we also have money. These are the 3M. If you remember in our academic days, we call this as a 3M. 3M in any organization, which is a very important. Without 3M, none of the business can continue. Anybody agree? Or can I ignore any one of them and can still run my business successfully? Do you guys agree that 3M is important for all of us? You guys agree, right? We need a 3M for all the businesses. It can be any business that you are doing it. Is it important, or is that okay? Without this also, can I still run my business? Any one of them, without that, can I still continue? It's highly impossible, right? Without having these three coordination, you cannot successfully run any business. You name it, we need it. You take any business, any organization, or any sector, we need all these three. Anything that you are using it, you will be able to categorize under this. What in simple terminology we call this as resources. These are the resources. Without these resources, you cannot run any business. You need these resources to run any business. Okay. Whenever we say resources, this is called a 3M. You can, in shortcut, you can remember 3M. That 3M is men, machinery, and money. Any organization, if you see that, they will have 3M to manage it. Now, for me to manage 3M, do you think it will be consider any one of these manufacturing companies like Honda, Suzuki, Royal Enfield? How many employees will be working from all the departments? When I say people, how many people will be there overall? Just guess on number, any company, and an average. 5 people, 10 people, 100 people.
Lakhs of people.
Few lakhs, right? not less than few thousands at least. You consider any MNC companies, they'll have at least 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, depending on their size. Minimum is like, I would say, a few thousands. There is no surprise. Some companies has a few lakhs of employees. Now think about it. If I have few thousands of employees, and similarly, I'll also have too many machines, too many equipments, laptops, or any manufacturing tools, or too many things they will have it. And money also, they will have a huge capital that they are employing. Huge money it is getting circulated. Huge money you receive from customers. Huge money you are paying to the vendors. Altogether, if you take all 3M, all your resources are very huge in nature. Very huge. Whenever you have a huge resources, now tell me, to manage all these resources, can I maintain a manual box in my register and maintain? Is it a better way of doing it in a register for all 3M? Think about all 3M, not only one. Can I manage effectively manually by putting offline registers and manage it on a pen and paper? Is it easy?
No, it's not easy.
Not at all easy. Why not at all easy? There is too many movement, too many people required just to manage this. That's where we have a lot of tools in the world, lot of softwares available. That one of that software is called ERP systems. What is ERP systems? Let's understand a bit quickly. What is ERP? Anybody wanted to share? What do you mean by ERP? This is Enterprise Resource Planning. What is Enterprise Resource Planning? Enterprise is company or an organization. Resource planning. What is resources? These are the resources. All 3 resources that I have it, I wanted to plan it better. How do I want to use these people? How do I want to use machinery? How do I want to use money? How effectively it was? Do you wanted to know effectiveness of each and every resource that I have used? You wanted to calculate and see, are we using really in a right direction or not? I have 1 lakh people. From 1 lakh people, if I expect 1 hour every day, if they work or if they take a break, for example, I'm going to lose 1 lakh hours, which means I'm talking about additional break. Or if there is a breakdown due to some lockdown happening, the people or employees are going for a strike. If they do a strike for 2 hours in 1 day, consider a company who had 1 lakh employees, literally they lost 2 lakh hours. 2 lakh hours, if they convert, how much salary they are paying put together on an average? Few crores, right? That way, if I wanted to see overall my resources, how effectively I'm using it, it is not easy for me to manage manually. So I need some ERP system. What are the ERP systems available in the market? There are many ERP systems. There are many. So if I want to name the few things, there are something like SAP is one of the ERP system, and Oracle is another ERP system. Microsoft, maybe D365 is another Oracle system. Zoho Books, you guys might have heard about it, and Tally. And there are many things. If you keep going, there are many things. Okay, there's a very big list of it. Depending on organization size and the resources that they have, they will choose one of the ERP system that suits. Now let's say that how many phone manufacturers are there in the world? There are many. Which phone do you purchase? Depending on your requirement. Your requirement may be you just need a keypad phone. That's more than enough for somebody. Because you just need only few features. You are not so much into that you don't need touch screen and all other stuff. You don't need a smartphone at all. Then you go for a basic one. Now somebody who is very tech savvy and they have a lot of requirement with many things, obviously they go for a smartphone. Within that, again, somebody might be very particular. I need only iPhone. Somebody will say, I need only Samsung. I need only Nokia. I need only so on and so forth. Now, similarly, depending on organization to organization, they will also pick this one. But if we want to understand the overall share in the world, so what are the companies? How many companies are using what? If you see this, majority of the share is taken by SAP. in ERP systems. Under ERP systems, overall in the world, SAP is taken a big share. If you consider Fortune 500 companies, they have majority of the companies who are using SAP as their ERP system. Okay. In SAP, again, there are multiple modules which are available. Like you see here at the right side, there are multiple modules: financial accounting, controlling, material management, sales and distribution, your production planning, quality management, HCM. There are many other modules also. I just listed few here to give you some idea what it is. So if company wanted to manage all the resources, they use one of the ERP system because the resources are huge in nature. It is not easy for them to manage manually. They need one of the best system to take care all that needs. Now think about it. Quick, one small example I'll give it, then we'll wrap it for the day. So somebody who wanted to purchase something. Now let's say finance department need one printer. Now, whenever finance department need a printer, think about there is no ERP system. What happens? They need to call procurement team. Hey, I need a printer of so and so specifications. We need this by end of February. We have another 14 or 12 days of time to procure it. Now procurement will say that, hey, it's a very short period of time. Give me additional time. Now that is the initial communication you did with finance department to procurement. After 10 days, procurement team forgot about this. It is not happened because it is manually managed. Now you don't know how to go further, right? Now, your procurement team purchased and it is on the way. We don't know when it is going to deliver. Again, in finance department say, need to call procurement department and ask the status. Where is it? When am I going to expect it? There is a lot of communication has to happen. Once it is done, again, the payment has to happen by finance department only. Finance department will say that once we receive an invoice copy, I'll make a payment. There is a lot of coordination required. Here, what happens, if you are not connected with each and every department live, which means whatever is happening in finance department should be seen by procurement team. Whatever procurement team is doing should be seen by finance team. Similarly, each and every department should have a certain access to see other department activities, not 100% of the activities, but whatever is required. That real-time data updates is most important. If you have that real-time update, the moment you open a system and check it, this particular information available or not, instead of calling that person, emailing and wait, it should be there. If you want to call, that person is not attending the calls, and you call somebody, pick today, and they say some different matter. When you call tomorrow, there is again change in that news. Rather than that, what if there is a system which can tell you automatically the moment you go to that particular screen and check what exactly is the current status of this material that I placed an order. What if you can directly place an order from your system, then it goes to procurement for approval. Once procurement approves, it will directly place an order and you can track from there on. You can see the status of the order. Order is placed, order is getting, is prepared, your order is packed, it is ready for a dispatch, it came for a dispatch, it has been delivered. Then you can track everything. Once delivered, invoice received, you make a payment. Everything is smooth. You can see that. That is called integration. Now in SAP, the beauty thing is anything happening in one department, in one module, can be easily seen in other departments to the extent what they require. That is possible with the help of real-time integrations. That integration is something where all the SAP modules are tightly integrated with each other. The moment you purchase something from procurement, from material management, finance team will get to know how much you purchased. It will hit to finance records. The moment any order you receive here from a customer, inquiry and order, finance department can see that. They can also estimate some reports for this month end, February month end, what are the sales that I'm expecting it. Your controlling department, which is a management accounting team, also can understand what is the estimation for this month, how much can I sell, or what is the revenue that I'm going to expect this month. I don't know. So far, nobody purchased, but I still wanted to know. Depending on certain data, certain historical data and some orders and other information, these people will be able to prepare it. This is possible only with the real-time data availability. SAP will make that real-time data availability very easily with the help of integrations. We will talk about all these integrations, how it happens, how to do that integration. We as a FI consultant has to do a lot of integrations. FI with CBO, FI with ESD, FI with EMM, FI with other modules, you need to integrate the system. How do you do it? We'll talk about that in detail one by one. Now, just to give you at a high level, now we have started understanding the business concept. This is the simple basic business concept that we wanted to understand, right? Whenever you wanted to understand this business basic concept, what you need to know here is, first, you need to know the business knowledge, what exactly the business is doing. Only when you know that, what exactly the business is doing, then it will help you understand how exactly business is performing certain activities. Then you can plan as a consultant, what are the things that you can deliver, how to configure certain things in a system. For that, what you need to understand, the basics we need to understand, which is a business knowledge. Then we need to spend some time understanding financial accounting basics also. We need to understand financial accounting basics, how anything is converted into a journal entry. How can I prepare financial statement? You are not going to prepare financial statements as a consultant, but you need to know that knowledge, how to do that. Only when you understand it, how it is happening in a backend, then you can help a finance team better manage all their reports, to fetch all the reports, to record all the financial transactions in a right manner. Okay, for that reason, we need to get to know financial accounting basics. We also need to understand SAP basics, including your FICO and other module basics, and you will become familiar with configurations as a part of our SAP basics. This is first level 1 that we learn it. Level 1 will focus more on from the scratch accounting basics, SAP basics, and configurations, all the configurations that is required. Second level, once we're done with that, or slowly we'll get into the advanced level. The advanced topics in the sense, we'll particularly go with customizations. A lot of customization requirements you have it. And you need to understand the support projects, how support projects work. A consultant, what they will be doing in a support project, what are the tools they use, how they handle the customers, everything we need to understand. And after that, you need to understand there are many other things like once you're done with this, maybe some project preparations, right? How it exactly happens in various project phases, what a consultant will be doing in each and every phase. When you say that you are working as a consultant, you will not be handling everything. There is a big list of activities that we do it, but not necessary that everybody will handle everything. We handle only few things depending on our level of experience. Okay. Now we need to see what exactly it is. I need to learn what things I can handle, what things I cannot handle. While you are applying for a jobs also, you need to be very careful with your resume and the JD, you look for it and apply accordingly. What they are expecting, what I know, what can I manage it? Not necessary that you say everything I know and you go there to the interview and not able to perform anything. No doubt, profiles can get rejected very easily. Don't land in that kind of situation. Okay, so let's look into that. Maybe we'll talk about all this stuff later, how exactly you need to understand all this stuff very slowly, one by one, so that you will not feel that you are completely new, which is very easy for you to understand all this stuff slowly, so we can help you what you're supposed to learn. Okay, so now, apart from that, what are you going to learn? You are also going to get a support from us, particularly the mock interviews. Once you're done with the course, you need to understand where you are standing, first of all, right? If you understand where you are standing, you can also plan to fill the gaps. Let's say currently I know only 50% of the subject, remaining 50% I don't know, or how to handle interview, how to handle project. I have some unanswered questions. I'm going to help you. I'll take a mock interviews for you and will give you the feedback where you are standing, what are the things that you are missing. Based on that, you can plan the rest. I will also suggest you what to prepare and how to upskill yourself so that you can plan it better. You upskill. After that, I mean to say, fill the gaps, whatever you are not feeling comfortable at this moment. then it will become easy for you to prepare. And once you prepare that, then you'll take one more mock interview to see what happened, what you're supposed to learn. Only then you can appear for actual interviews. That would be a journey. What I'll do, I'll take a mock interviews and tell you where you are standing. You work out on a feedback that I'm going to give you, which can help you to fill the gaps. Okay. In between, you will also get a lot of guest lectures from a qualified and expert people from the industry. They are going to come up with the latest topics and the latest changes happening in our systems. And we need to be always up to date. What we will do, we'll cover up all those topics, including the latest AI changes happening and the latest new changes happening in FI module. Not necessarily that you need to learn everything in SAP, but SAP, if you wanted to learn, it's a very vast because it has a lot of modules. You just focus on one module at a time. In that, what are the changes happening, we'll focus on. So our trainings are going to happen on SAP S4 HANA version, which is the latest 2023 that is available in the market. We'll focus on it. All the students also going to get S4 HANA server as a part of this course for you to practice. Okay. What we will do, with the interest of time, we are already 14 minutes over, though I started a little late today, but we are already 14 minutes over. I don't want you to hold so long for the rest of the day. Yeah, you might have already planned for a 1 hour, but tomorrow we'll continue at 9 o'clock again. We'll talk more about the course contents, the fee structure, and all other remaining doubts related to the course. Maybe I'll stop here and ask you this forum if you guys have any specific questions related to what we covered so far, so that I can wrap up with answering all your questions. Then we'll continue from tomorrow the rest. Any questions that I can address in so far whatever we discussed? All good? No questions?
No questions, Narasimha, today. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay. About others, anyone has any other questions that I can address?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. If no questions, I think let's continue to meet tomorrow with the same link, tomorrow and day after tomorrow as well. And then we'll talk more content